So there are some things that the president can do stuff about. And there are things that the president cannot do stuff about. How in do we tell the difference? Well, if it's an entitlement on the books, the president can't do shit about it. Nobody can. The only way that we're ever going to not have to deal with Obamacare is if the entirety of the government collapses, we rebuild again, and when we rebuild, we go, we're not going to do that though. That's it. That's how we get entitlements off the book. That's why it's a war of attrition. That's why we've already lost. Because we are fighting in the war of attrition. The best way to lose a war of attrition is pick the wrong side and start fighting. So, yeah. Something's fucking with my eye. So, but on the long list of things that the president can't do, there's a lot of stuff. But there are certain things that the president can do. And funnily enough, Donald Trump taught me the difference between what a president can and cannot do. And Obama taught me the difference between what a president can and can't do either. But Obama taught me what a president can't do, but can just go ahead and fucking do. And as long as the winds of change are on his side, it just happens. He couldn't have done Obamacare. He did it anyways. And because it was an entitlement, it's just there now. It was an illegal act that was done illegally, and it is now there forever. It's never going away. Funny how that works. Obama taught me how the president can do shit that he can't do, but it's sometimes can just happen. Joe Biden has also taught me about how the president can try and do some things, and if people fight enough about it, it ain't gonna happen, right? Joe Biden has tried to mandate shit, and the people said, you mandate it, and we ain't gonna follow. Like, most of the people said, if you mandate it, we ain't gonna follow. It'll become war in the streets. Your fault. And he went, okay, well, we won't do that. And the courts are like, yeah, you can't do that. And he's like, yeah, okay, we won't do it. Like, you can't do it. You can do it in certain little fuckery ways, but not in other little fuckery ways, right? So, he's sticking to the fuckery. Of course, because he's a Democrat and a politician. And that's what Democrats, especially Democrat politicians, do. They stick to the fuckery. Because when the system won't allow you to do what you want to do, go around it. But Donald Trump taught me a lot of things that the president can actually do. So whenever there's like high gas prices, and the president says there ain't shit I can do about that, that's a lie. There is actually something you can do about that. You can let drilling happen. And you can open up the strategic reserves or whatever the fuck it's called. Which is essentially what the strategic reserves are is our oil. Like all of the oil on our land, that's all strategic reserve. The strategery therein is that when the rest of the world runs out of oil, then we'll strategically have some. Like that's all the strategery to it. It's just everybody else is pumping their oil and we're not. So, but Donald Trump said, pump it, let's do it. Let's make a business out of it, right? And the oil flowed, and gas prices went down lots. Like, they recovered a lot from the early 2000s. When the towers went down, gas went through the roof, and then it went back down almost to where it was. Like, I remember paying... I remember paying like 95 cents a gallon. But I remember, like, at one point, the last good memory of gas I had was like $1.50, something like that a gallon. And it was back down to like, I think it was under $2. Under Donald Trump, got back down to like under $2. And then as soon as Joe Biden went into office, he shut down pipeline project, started wasting money on that. And shut down all the other drilling and everything. Any government land drilling, we ain't doing that no more. Government says no. Right? All that shit stopped. And then 6 months later, gas is through the roof again. Now look, Jen Psaki, you can't sit there and look me in the eye and lie to me and tell me the president can't do anything about gas prices, because apparently he was able to make them go up about $2. So if he can make them go up $2 by shutting shit down, he can make it go down $2 by turning shit back on. Right? Donald Trump taught me that's a lie. Don't try and lie to me, Jen Psaki. It ain't gonna work. I'm hip to your bullshit. You know how I know you're lying, Jen Psaki? Your fucking lips are moving. So, anyways, yeah, the gas bullshit, fucking this port thing. Oh, yeah, all these boats are all lined up in the ports and we can't seem to get them unloaded. Well, why ever can we not get them unloaded? Well, what's going on? Well, you see, we've got all these boats off the coast of California. Uh-oh, that's a red flag. I hear California's very expensive. Oh, it's very expensive. Especially to get shit out of the water. Okay. I'm beginning to see the problem. And, like, we don't have truckers. Well, why don't we have truckers? Why all of a sudden do we not have truckers? Well, a lot of people went out of work because of COVID. I thought truckers had to work because of COVID. Well, they did till they refused to get vaccinated. Now we don't have any truckers. Well, what happened to all the truckers? They didn't all die because they refused to get vaccinated. Oh no, they were all fired. Huh? Huh? Like, dude, I understand why the problems are happening. Most of them. A lot of them, no, the president can't really do anything about. Can the president do something about the border? Yes. Yes, he fucking can. If they tell you, well, look, this is what happens. Mexicans try and come across. No. There's a way to deter that shit. There's a way to try and stem the bleeding, stop the flow. And what he's doing ain't fucking it. That's how you encourage more of it. That's how you encourage it tenfold. Right? If he can fuck it up, he can fix it. It's actually how that works. If he can fuck it up worse, he can fix it a little bit. He can fix immigration a little bit. Can he actually fix it? No. The people that write the laws, they need to actually write the laws to make the laws what they are. But he can't enforce the laws that are on the books. And if he were to do that, shit gets better. Donald Trump showed me that. Because he enforced the laws that were on the books, and shit got better. And then fucking idiot took over and stopped everything Donald Trump was doing and started talking about the exact opposite of what Donald Trump was talking about. Donald Trump was saying, don't come here. And Joe Biden said, oh, you can come here. And then he said, well, once so many people started to come here that everybody started to have a problem with it, he was like, whoa, no, don't come here. Don't actually come here. You see, you got to understand American politics. During the election, the idiots needed to vote for me. And so, the best way to get the idiots to vote for me is to tell them what they want to hear, which is, all of our lovely, wonderful refugees from the South, you can all go ahead and come up. That got the morons to fucking vote for me. Now that I'm in office, y'all motherfuckers can't come up. Because that actually pisses people off and I'm going to lose the next election. You can't fuck me like this. But he's an idiot because what's said once, they don't fucking... Man. So, if he can fuck it up, he can fix it. Don't tell me that if the president can't... If he can fuck it up, he can fix it. To a degree, at least. Right? He can build a wall. And that might fix some shit. He can send some people home. If that might start the process. But it's a long process. It took years to get Donald Trump to the point where we saw anything. And it was quickly pissed away because he didn't win the next election. But we would not have the problem we have right now if Donald Trump was still in office. So many of the problems we have right now we would not have right now. But anyways, yeah. Joe Biden's fucking up a lot. And then whenever people go, well, this is a problem, can Joe fix it? Then they go, no, he can't. Why would you think he can fix it? Well, because he fucked it up. Doesn't it make sense that if he fucks it up, he should be able to fix it? At least somewhat? No. Like, what do we have him for? Like, what exactly do we have Joe Biden for? Like, we've got a lot of problems, and he can't fix them. And he's causing a lot of problems that now he can't fix. And so what, like, I don't know, maybe I was just spoiled for 4 years, but I'm kind of getting used to presidents that provide results. And now all of a sudden I got a president that's not only not providing results, but he's actually bringing us down. Like, what the fuck? And I can point all of this shit to his dumb ass. Like, shit wasn't even this bad. It wasn't even looking like it was going to get this bad during the height of fucking nastiness of COVID. When it was still just 2 months to flatten the curve before it became 2 years. Long after 2 weeks, mind you, but, you know, when it was still just 2 months to flatten the curve. Shit wasn't this fucking bad. And we hadn't even gotten totally fucking insane yet. We hadn't forgotten that we'd gotten along without a vaccine for a whole fucking year before we got a vaccine, and now nobody can live without it. Right? It was long before we forgot about that. So, look, man, like, fuck it. If he can fuck it up to monumental, epic, legendary degrees, he can do a little something to try and fix it. I'm getting so tired of Joe Biden can't do anything to fix the gas. All this is because I had to buy gas yesterday. I had to actually fill up my tank. It cost me $50 fucking dollars. It has never taken $50 to fill this tank. In the entirety of the time I've owned this car, which is like, fuck me, I don't even know, 4 or 5 years, I think, something like that. It's been a while. In the entirety of this time I've owned this car, it has not taken $50 to fucking fill it up. Through 3 administrations, it has not taken $50 fucking dollars to fill it up. Only now in Joe Biden has it taken me $50 to fill my fucking car. I wanted to get some candy yesterday, and I went and I looked in the gas station at the candy shelf, and I mean there was like 3 bags of fucking some awful Welch's shit, and then there was like a bag of M&Ms, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna have some M&Ms. Every other rack was fucking empty, and I'm like, This is also some shit I've never seen in my fucking life. I take a book with me when I go to get fast food because I don't expect to get out of the line within less than a half an hour anymore. And it wasn't like COVID happened and all of this happened. It was like COVID happened and then we voted in Joe Biden and then all of this happened. So either Joe Biden's going to have to actually figure out a way to fucking actually do something, or this is going to be embarrassing as shit when the next president gets in, whoever it may be, and they actually like do something and fix some shit. Man, this is going to look really fucking bad for the Democrats. If the Democrats can't figure out some way to fucking come up with some sort of silver lining somewhere on something, and the next president, the next Republican president that gets voted in, he actually fixes some, even if it's just one thing, and even if it's only incrementally, he'll have done something. So far, Joe Biden has done nothing good. All he has done is fuck shit up. What has he done that is good? And don't tell me, will he approve the debt ceiling? They have to. Don't tell me that they came up with an infrastructure bill. Sooner or later, they have to. He's done nothing. He's done nothing. He's done nothing. He's allowed shit to get festering, rotten, and boiling over. That's what Joe Biden has done for us. So, Jen Psaki, if you're listening, you better tell Joe, hey, fuckface, you better actually do something at some point and give me something to tell these fucking people, because I can't keep telling them, well, you can't do anything about it, because it's starting to look sad. Because you fucked it up so bad and everybody noticed. And everybody's noticing that all of a sudden you can't do shit to fix it. Well, you can do shit to fuck it up. And that sucks. If all you can do is fuck things up and you can't do anything to help, we don't need you.